So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to clear the level 150s dungeon and the right classes for dungeons. So I'm going to be doing this solo. These are the classes you can use to clear dungeons solo as a free to play. The Illusionist is perfect for those who are confident in their builds that they can survive. The Phantom Sound is good, it has the healing, so yeah, it can survive dungeons. Then the Reaper is only for probably experts, those who are sure they can time this Phantom Raven properly to undo the damage they receive. Next is the Fighter. The tank is like an extra health, so it's a very useful class for player versus environment, that's dungeons. And my favorite is the Assassin. It's one of the classes with the most survivability. I'll be using this build for this particular dungeon. It's the Earthquake build. You can check my guide, it explains it in depth, and I'll be using Void. So we'll be going solo in this dungeon. It's the level 150's most difficult mode, the V, not the Honor. This isn't the Honor dungeon. I'll be showing you guys a lot of things in this dungeon, okay? Now remember, we are doing this solo. I only have 1.1 million ratings, so it seems kind of difficult, but it is not impossible. Now there are 4 bosses in the level 150 dungeon. This is the first one, the Wolf. You have to be careful about this jump. You see I use Void to evade it. You have to be careful about that. That's the first. And the second is this. It's, if you close to it, it will freeze you, and it throws these spikes that can aim at you wherever you plan or it thinks you are going to go. That's where those spikes will go to. Now the Assassin is great for dungeons because you see I'm immune to all damages thanks to this, but you have to time it properly or yeah, you're gonna get frozen just like I did there. So when the boss is trying to do his AoE skills, stay away from it, and when it's done with it, you go close. If your health is low, you use your Void to gain health or your Crystal. After the first boss is this Path of Whirlwind. If you touch them, you will get frozen and they deal quite a lot of damage. Now the Assassin is quite easy for us to pass through this. I'll show it in this video. The Reapers can just teleport through it and undo the damage. The Fighters can use their Vajra power, and yeah, just like that. Now the second boss is a Dragon. It excels at close range combat, so if you're close to it, you're gonna deal damage, and I don't think there's really any way to dodge any of its damages, but when it is immune, keep your distance. Again, just keep your distance from it, although you still take damage, but it won't be as much as being in the center of it all. Your rotation is very important here. Always have your Crystal or Void ready, because you see those black balls, they deal quite a lot of damage if they touch you, so you have to keep your distance, and you have ice falling from above. It's insane. So the Assassin have this quite easy. They have the Crystal and the Void, so if you are free to play, Assassin can help you a lot in these dungeons. Now after defeating the second boss, when moving to the third one, you will have 2 paths, one going straight and one going right. Follow the one to the right, there's a secret chest there. Now just backtrack and go the other way, and you can find your way to the third boss. This boss does quite a lot of damage, and there's no way you can kill it immediately. You can't kill any of these bosses immediately, because after dealing a certain damage, they go immune. Now be careful, because it summons statues around the fight field. If you go close to any of these statues, you see them in the background standing right there with their spears. If you go close to any of them, they will deal an insane amount of damage to you. I think I received a minimum of 3 million damage per hit from each of them. He also does quite a lot of damage, but it's best to stick close to him than to go far from him. Now the final boss is through this portal. It's a dragon, and what you should do is, once you get there and the boss unlocks, just go straight to the tree behind, which is in the middle of the field. You see that green line on the floor. Go stand there and fight it over here. All your party members, if you're in team, should fight it right here, because it heals you. Just being in this area, you take damage of 300,000 minimum to your health. Every team member will take damage. Now the healing doesn't stay forever, because after you've dealt a certain damage to the boss, it will enter its next stage, which is this, and go destroy the tree. You won't be able to gain health again from the tree. Then after it's done that, it will try putting the Glacier EX underneath you or underneath one of your team members. So that person that has it should run away from the others because it deals an insane amount of damage. Then all of you should go close to the boss at this point of the game. Remember the boss from Gods? Well, it's over here and it deals an insane amount of damage. You see all those spears? You have to go close to the boss for it to also damage the boss. If you don't do it fast enough, you end up losing. Now if you revive, you have to continue doing it because the Odin is gonna be there for a while doing this over and over. So just stay close to the boss and it will probably die before any of you guys. I made a mistake in the beginning, so I ended up dying twice. Sticking close to the boss at this stage is important because you see it was actually the Odin spear that killed it for me. So I hope this video has proved useful to you guys and I hope you can clear this dungeon a lot more easily now. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and thank you so much for watching guys. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.